backyard brawl. I know we want to talk a little bit about that too. There's a lot of things we want to talk about with that. I mean, geez, man, that's a topic in itself. So we'll get into that. Pirates news. I mean, we're close to the end of the season. Thank God. What they got, their 87th loss today, I believe.
They did.
Yeah. So, they're worse than they were in 24 and 23. So there you go. That's progress for you for the Pirates. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, there's some other things we want to get into, but that's pretty much it. This whole Sidney Crosby thing, I don't know. I don't put anything into this. He says he's not going anywhere. He wants to stay in Pittsburgh. So I don't know. I don't really put much into that. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Let's get into it. Steelers and Seahawks. 31-17, week 2. Lots to unpack with this one. I tell you what, I'm gonna two glaring weaknesses for me. First off, interior defense is terrible.
Terrible.
Offensive line, you didn't improve much since week 1. You really didn't. Maybe a little bit, but you didn't improve that much. I thought, I think you still have a lot of issues with, you still got a lot of issues with Broderick Jones.
Yep.
You still got a lot of issues just with the line in general, run blocking, you name it. There's just a lot of problems that they have. Like I said, they have problems, and they are many. When you look at it, Steelers led 14-7 at halftime, despite being outplayed on the stat sheet, Ed.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, really, it was that first half was due to Seahawks turnovers. Okay,
yep.
That's exactly what that was. Rodgers threw for 203 yards, 1 touchdown. Also had 2 interceptions. I said that interception with Calvin Austin, that was not his fault. I said it in the post-game show with our Steel City Sunday show. I said, Calvin Austin ran an out route, but he stopped. If you're running an out route, you got to look at the quarterback and see what he's doing. If there's a breakdown in the play, run to the freaking pylon for
right, exactly.
And he didn't do that. He stopped, and he was all, they were both, there was a cluster basically in the end zone of him and Freiermuth. And essentially by just running that out and stopping, instead of running to the pylon, you drew the defense right to the ball.
He did.
And that was, that's what I saw, in there. And
it's also, I blame the play caller. Why design a play that has that option? Should never happen.
Yeah.
Even if he runs the wrong route, he should never be in that position. Period.
We got Mike tuning in. What's up, guys? Welcome to the family. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, brother.
Thanks, Mike.
So for those of you who don't know, this is we're now in partnership with It's a Wrap Sports. I'll be going through our shows here towards the end of the show, plugging in all our shows that we got on this network. Great network. We're happy to be a part of it. Like I said, they're doing great things, and we're happy to be a part of it. So, but yeah, I mean, I agree. That was a bad play call, and even Aaron Rodgers, I think, kind of alluded to that in so many words.
Yeah.
So,
but that's one where you can sit down with Arthur Smith and say, "Hey, never call anything like that again." I mean, because that's all you can do. Because it's a precise pass, it's a precise route, and you can only fault him for a little bit because he didn't know somebody's behind him. He's running what he thought would a choice route, and it backfired. But that choice route should never be underneath of another route. It just shouldn't happen.
Well, biggest thing I saw first drive of Seahawks, Smith and Jigma was just in that slot, and they were just converting first downs left and right. That first drive, Ed, was just too easy for Seattle. And I said that I looked at John. I said, man, that was just too easy for them.
Plus, they were able to run the ball at will. Literally.
Right. Yeah.
run the ball at will. And you start in the first quarter, and the Steelers were held in check. That Seattle defense is going to be a top 5 defense. You might not know their names, but with Byron Murphy in there, Kobe Bryant, and they were missing their best player, the kid from Illinois.
Yeah.
Weatherspoon. He wasn't even in there. He's their best player. So they were down their best player on defense, and they still were able to just – and it goes back to what we talked about. You have to be more imaginative on those routes, right?
Right.
You run the same plays, but you need branches off those plays to confuse the defense. Everybody wants to run that tunnel screen, bubble screen. After a while, you got to fake it to the guy who's going in, and you send the wide out deep. You have to do something because they're just going to sit on those routes. And it's pretty much what they did all day. There wasn't a lot of yak. And the only reason they got in the end zone at the end is because they had a short field.
Well, and I want to say this too. I thought in the first half Rodgers was moving pretty well. He had that one screen pass to Jalen Warren. He rolled out.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, he looked like he's moving pretty well. He's 2 years removed from that Achilles.
We know the second year.
Well, how about what Fryer moved? That passed the Fryer move too. He rolled out. He extended the play a little bit, made that completion of Fryer move on the first drive, I think it was. Looked real well. I mean, he's like I said, he's 2 years removed from that Achilles. I thought in the first half, Ramsey with that pick, I thought that was nice. That was a good read by him. But then he got smoked a bunch of times after that.
Yeah, he did.
I thought Seattle was just keying on those draw plays. I don't know why we kept doing that. They were just keying on them. They knew what was coming basically. I didn't understand that. I mean, they kept going back to the draws, and they were not working at all. They were they had that one stop, that one tackle for loss on the draw. I think it was a 2-yard loss. And then, they were just getting hemmed up at the line of scrimmage. I didn't understand why we kept doing the draw play.
Especially with a team that can't run the ball. They have to just decide that they're going to, fortunate or unfortunate, they're going to have to pass to set up the run.
Yeah,
they're opposite. They cannot run block to save their lives.
No, they can't. And that's a problem.
It's counterproductive. I mean, for me, in playing any sort of sport, if you told me to go right in front of me and hit a person directly in front of me, that's fantastic, right?
Right.
You see your target; it's right there. Not sure they don't do any sort of zone blocking. They just can't run the ball,
right?
And this has been this way. I mean, this is not new. Can't run the ball and they can't stop the run. I mean, it's been this way for a long time.
Yeah. Both those first drives by the Steelers ended in field goals. Thank God for Boswell.
Yeah.
Pay the guy for crying out loud. Thank God for him.
Yeah. Definitely top 5 in the league right now.
I thought the I don't know. I thought the Steelers' run defense was a little bit sharper coming out in the first half, but then they just kind of it all fell apart. They just got worn down.
Yeah.
I thought Slay in the first half. I thought, the guy's in his 13th year for crying out loud. He's still making plays on the perimeter, but he was kind of then MIA there in the second half.
He's completely out of position in the slot. He should have transitioned to safety, and we now know that it was not Minka's fault, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's not Minka's fault. I mean, you could say you just got older and you got 2 for 1,
well, Hey, Miami's a dumpster fire right now. Okay.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I watched the condensed game of them and the Patriots. Minka made some plays. He made some tackles. He made some plays. I mean, he's kind of back into his where he needs to be when it comes to how they use him on defense.
And the Steelers will see him. They play the Dolphins this year, so they'll see him. They'll see him. I don't know where the game is, but they'll definitely see him. Yeah. I just thought, in the first quarter they came out so flat again. This is a team that just cannot get itself ready to play. I don't know if that's coaching or and that's it's got to be something in there because whatever sauce they're drinking, whatever pregame meal they're having, I mean, switch it all up. Do something different because they are not ready to play football. They just are not. They come out and then the team. This is Seattle. This isn't high-powered offense. This is Seattle, which is a balanced team. Moved on that defense like it was a breeze.
Right.
Reminded me of the game last year when they had to, if they beat Cincinnati in the final game. What did Cincinnati do in the first drive? Straight down the field. Jamar Chase, touchdown.
Yeah.
They have, and everyone wants, the head of Austin. It doesn't matter. He's not in charge. Person that is the quote unquote defensive guru, which he never should have been labeled that. They're not getting it done. They have here's the thing that I noticed. I don't know if anybody else did. They looked old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They looked old and worn out. Yep. Agreed. Yeah. I thought Ramsey, like I said, I thought he had a decent first half, but I thought he got burned in the second half a bunch of times. Even in that second quarter, towards halftime, he gave up some big plays. I think when it comes to pattern reading, he's still pretty elite. I think, but I don't know. There's just this. He's getting old. Highsmith left early in the second quarter with that ankle injury. Herbig comes in. What'd you think? What'd you think of him? I mean,
well, first of all, he had more plays than Watt.
Yeah.
Defensive stats, which is, we talked about Watt's age. This is 6 games without a sack. We keep harping on it. Now he's got to go face a brand new, a really good rookie left tackle out of LSU. I think that they're showing their age is what it is. And I'm not sure if you look at the elite pass rushers in the league, the Micah, you look at Myles Garrett, who's on a tear right now, 2 games, 3.5 sacks. They move up and down the offensive line. They want to take on anybody in the offensive line. TJ doesn't do that. His brother JJ did that. For whatever reason, their defensive scheme, he does not move.
Right.
Which I'm not sure why that's it's like New England all over again when Julian Edelman said they run the exact same thing they've been running for years.
Right.
I mean, there's no, they can claim, there's nothing scares you on offense, nothing scares you on defense.
Yeah.
With the Steelers.
I mean, Sam Darnold the entire day working up the middle of the field in the slot, both Cup and Smith and Jigba. Just critical play. I thought that really kind of changed momentum a little bit. Cam Hayward tipped that ball. Nick Herbig there to get the interception, runs it down to the 20. That set up that touchdown with DK Metcalf. Yeah, and the 2-pointer to Washington, I thought was a good call. DK's that combat catch guy. He went up and got that ball. It was perfect. He's a combat catch guy. I love it.
And the thing is that's the ideal Steeler way to win. It's that 10 minutes in the middle, right? Get the score, but they came out in the third quarter and they were just dead, completely dead again. Yeah. Maybe they don't. Maybe take them to a different locker room. Don't let anybody talk to them.
And I want to get to another thing. So obviously Metcalf with that great combat catch jumps up there. Kobe Bryant was on him, was covering him. He can't jump like the original Kobe Bryant. A little undersized as well.
Well, the thing is, if you don't have the technique of you have to get inside. You have to make the quarterback throw it over the top. Then you at least have a fighting chance at that, because the size mismatch is obvious. 6'4", and on the 2-point conversion, it was 6 foot versus 6'8". I mean, if you don't have that inside position, if you lose the inside position off the ball, and you have an elite thrower like Rodgers, it's going to score every time.
Right.
It's not even fair, right? Yeah. That's why you have to make him throw it over to give yourself a shot.
Yeah. And then, hey, that 2-point conversion of Mount Washington, loved it.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you this, and this is something I noticed a little bit. I thought this was a little dumb of the Steelers to do. 20 seconds left. You're pinned back in your own territory. Why on earth, Ed, wouldn't you just knee that out? Rodgers takes a snap and gets sacked. There's not necessary for him to take that sack. I thought that was stupid. I mean, like I said, there's 20 seconds left. You're pinned in your own territory. Knee the damn ball out, for crying out loud.
Especially because you can't build those long route trees because the line can't hold up.
Right.
You have to that's one where it's either a delay, a toss sweep, it's something like that. A delay in that would have been perfect. And if you get you break one for 15, 20 yards, then you call your timeout, and then you can go into a pass formation and try that. But I agree with you. It's unnecessary hits. So there are, it's 7 sacks in 2 games. It's 3.5 a game. You multiply that out, that's 59.5. We'll call it 60 sacks. He's not going to survive.
No.
There's not a chance with that many hits.
No.
And you're not going to fix Broderick. You're not going to fix the other side. Fautano. You're just not going to fix it. You have to do something. And they're limited too. When you have to keep the tight end for max protect, that limits the amount of routes you have. Unless Rodgers breaks the pocket and does those unscheduled passes, which he did a lot, and that's where he had success. And that's where most quarterbacks have success.
Yeah. All right, I'm just breaking this down. These are all the notes I took on our post-game show, but I'm just breaking this down for everybody how I saw the whole entire game. Second half, Steelers got the ball. They got the ball coming out of halftime. The only thing I saw in that first drive was that was amazing fake handoff that Rodgers had. Faked everybody out. Even faked the cameraman out on that. But it amounted to a punt. Next drive, Sam Darnold completes 2 back-to-back passes for big yards up the middle to Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Steelers defense, interior defense, was not. I mean, they just weren't even. They weren't out there. I mean, it was just they did not answer the bell. Steelers get the ball, second drive, completes that big gainer to Warren. Warren fights for the yards. Shaman ended in an interception in the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and for me, it's all about how you start, right? If you start flat in the first half, you give yourself. Luckily, they deferred, so you give yourself an opportunity to start off the third quarter, which is basically the second game, and you come out of that completely flat. That's just not. It's not winning football. I'm not sure what they're doing, but it's not winning football whatsoever. And you saw Rodgers' frustration, with the route trees that are called, and it's just it's not going to work. It just isn't. Now you're going up to New England, who leads the league in sacks, albeit a very small sample, 2 games, but they lead the league in sacks. Right. And I'm sorry, Geno Smith is much more agile than Aaron Rodgers is. And so Tua might not be, but Tua can at least get away, and they lead the league in sacks. So it's going to be a brutal game. I think it is. It's going to test them. It's going to be on the road. It's going to be interesting. They luck out because the next couple games they don't have to face the starters. Yeah. Because the players are out.
Right. I thought Cooper Kupp way more involved in the slot than he was against the Niners. How many balls were completed up the middle? I mean, it was just left and right. Kenneth Walker had that big run to start the fourth quarter. Yeah. And then let's get to the boneheaded play. Johnson, boneheaded play, touched the ball, massive special teams mistake. My opinion, Ed, Danny Smith should not have had him out there. Or if you're going to have him out there, make damn sure the young man knows what the hell to do.
Right.
Make sure he knows what to do. Make sure that he knows, hey, this is not college. If you touch the ball in any shape or form, you better run back and get on that thing.
I thought even if you don't touch it, it's still a live ball in the end zone. You still have to.
Right. Regardless, right? Yeah.
Because I watched the overhead 22, and then I watched the replay. I don't think he actually touched it. I think it just went over his head.
It just went over his head. Yeah. I don't know. I think it may have grazed him a little bit. It looked like the ball changed the trajectory a little bit. I don't know. But 6 and 1, half a dozen another. Bottom line is he walked away. I mean, if you're Danny Smith, he should have been like, I don't know, big mistake.
Well, the last thing you say to a player like that who's brand new, and you do it to any rookie, right? Your rookie quarterback goes out, hey, any drive that ends in a kick is fine. That's the last thing you probably tell him. Protect the ball. He goes out there, hey, don't forget, this is not college. You have to fall on it if it goes in the end zone. And if that's not what was said to them, then shame on the coaching. Shame on those coaches, right?
Yeah, right.
So,
like I said, it was a boneheaded play. I thought that was the turning point of the game right there. I thought that was it.
They had an opportunity, and then clearly when toward the end when the Seahawks they're down lower, and they're like, all right, we're just going to get a field goal. They do a toss sweep to Kenneth Walker, and he takes it to the house.
Yeah.
0 tackling.
I know. I had prior to that a nice pass play to Smith and Jigba.
Yeah.
And then he sealed the game with that touchdown run.
Yeah.
That ensuing drive, I thought Freiermuth, I know they completed some couple balls to him. I saw some quick slants by Metcalf. I think we need more of that. I mean, there was just a lot.
Not having Witherspoon there. I mean, imagine if they had him. He's an absolute stud.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what Tomlin said yesterday. He said Caleb Johnson's going to be benched. He said, he's going to be removed from kick return duties in the short term. He said, there was a poor mishandle by him, leading to a massive turnover, leading to the Seattle touchdown. He said, Tomlin said Johnson's going to have to learn his way back into that role.
That's ignorant. That really truly is. You put the kid, and I'll give you an example. So Tony Romo was it 2005? Goes to Seattle. They're ready to take the lead, right? He flubs that hold, and Seattle goes on, and Dallas goes home. Mm-hmm. They're in the Pro Bowl that year. The coach of the Pro Bowl, because that was the winner. The loser of the NFC Championship game goes to the Pro Bowl with the coach, which was Parcells. And the first thing Parcells told him you're holding at the Pro Bowl, right? That's what you do. You put the person right back in there. That shows zero confidence in an athlete and a human being. I mean, this is not, he's not, he didn't leak the nuclear codes. He didn't uncover spies, right? He made one bad play. You throw him right back in there.
Right.
You know, it's just, I think it's just a different way of coaching. And I just disagree with that one. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I agree. Well, I agree with you on that one. If you're going to have a back there, you go right back to him and you hope that he learns a lesson and you beat it into him that, hey, you've got to make an attempt on that ball, for crying out loud. It's a live ball, Right. But I think he shouldn't have had him out there in the first place. That's my whole take on the whole thing.
I don't remember if he was out on him in the preseason or not. I don't recall.
I don't either, but I didn't think that you should put him in that situation yet. You could have had Scotty Miller back there, which I think who I'd put back there now. I think I'd just put Scotty Miller back there and be done with it. Scotty's a veteran; he's done it before,
sure.
And I think he's you can trust him back there. And I think like I said, Johnson, he's going to have to earn his way back into the role. But I kind of. What's he going to do? I remember.
I mean,
right? Is he going to have to write on the chalkboard? I will field. Yeah, like Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
I will always make an attempt to field the ball.
Right. I mean,
you going to do that? I mean, I don't know. I mean, what is that? What is he going to have to show in practice that he can be a return guy in the NFL? I mean, what's he going to have to do? I agree. I mean, it's kind of like you're kind of like. Throwing the kid under the bus and saying, well, this is your fault. And we're going to scold you for this.
Now you're calling him ignorant.
Yeah. Well,
basically, I mean, it's not as if I could understand if he had fumbled the ball and they'd say, all right, you got to hold it up, like they did with Tiki Barber, you hold it up nice and high and tight.
Right.
That wasn't what it is.
What I say before, I said, Danny Smith probably had freaking 12 things of bubble gum in his mouth, and he's probably what? Okay, coach, don't let the ball go. Okay, got it. Thanks, coach. No, okay, coach.
Yeah,
thanks, coach. We'll do.
You ever see the movie Mr. Baseball with Tom
Selleck? Of course.
So when he goes there, and the coach is speaking in Japanese.
What red-blooded American hasn't saw that?
And he's speaking in Japanese. Good speech, coach.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. We might as well be talking. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You know what it is? I'm just over the isms. I just am. I'm over the.
You and a lot of other people.
Come on, man. Yeah. Really, just take it. You protect your player. That's on us. We didn't remind him. We didn't hammer it in enough to him. That's completely on us.
Right,
is what you do when you have a young player. You don't say he's got to earn us. Are they going to give him a test like the referee test? Team A has the ball. Team B is kicking Team A the ball. And he's gonna. It's dumb. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree. Jack Sawyer. Tomlin gave high praise to Jack Sawyer. Noted that he showed a significant improvement in his Week 2 performance against Seattle. I don't know. I liked him in there. I thought he was pretty good.
It's youth.
Yeah. What you think about Queen and Wilson? I thought
they're both. I mean, Queen at least has some sort of crutch that he was legitimately injured. Wilson he's out of his league right now.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that.
I mean, I would definitely start Holcomb if he's healthy. The only problem with Holcomb, honestly, was that he couldn't stay healthy. Washington loved him.
Right.
Except he got injured.
Right. He's a run stopper, too.
Yeah. So. There's no problem sticking his nose in there. I thought Wilson showed why he was drafted where he was, honestly.
Yeah.
In his post-game interview, he really couldn't really say anything,
Yeah.
So, but that's where
Tomlin mentioned, he said the extensive injury suffered by the defense, particularly during the Seattle game, he said was, hurt the team's depth, was a factor in the second half defensive struggles. They just wore down. You put guys in there. I'm going to say this. Todd Bowles, I noticed that when somebody goes down on their defense for the Buccaneers, somebody steps in there and they can play, and it's like you don't even lose a step. With the Steelers, it's like the guys aren't ready to play. The backups aren't ready to play. I'm really convinced that. There's I'm just using Todd Bowles as an example because I just
Yeah.
watched him, and there was a lot of injuries on the Tampa Bay defense, and those guys stepped right in there and played the other night. They had no problems. I'm sick and tired of these guys not being ready in to play. I mean, the starters aren't even ready to play in most cases.
But no, I mean it's just and again, it just shows the age. It takes a while to get the joints moving, to get warmed up. These aren't young kids, and you get 4 to 5 seconds of play. If you're not ready to go as an older person, it takes time.
Yeah,
and they don't appear as if they're actually ready to play the game.
Yeah,
and maybe it'll get better. Rodgers wants to use his famous quote that he always does, RELAX. He wants to use that, but I think they're in trouble going into the half-point favorite right now going into New England.
Right. Alex Highsmith's going to be ruled out for the against the New England Patriots. Patriots, by the way, are wearing their throwbacks for this game.
Nice.
The red with the Patriot on the helmet snapping the ball.
Yeah.
I love those too. Other key defensive players injured. We got Isaiah Loudermilk's out. Corner Joey Porter, defensive lineman Derek Harmon, obviously. Deshaun Elliott, cornerback Darius Slay is questionable. Linebacker Patrick Queen as well. They're both expected to play, but are going to be limited in practice this week. And I know they were limited today as well. Offensive line struggles. Despite Aaron Rodgers being sacked 7 times in the first 2 games, the rushing offense ranked 30th in the league.
Yeah.
So Tomlin says he has confidence in this offensive line. He likes their overall trajectory, is what he said yesterday. I tell you what, I don't know how you could like their overall trajectory. I think it's a bunch of word salad and just, offensive line received another game. They received poor grades from Pro Football Focus. So I don't see how, and I'll tell you what, they look at a lot of things when they do those gradings. And I tell you what, I don't know how you could be happy with their overall trajectory. Your quarterback is not going to survive the season.
It's not going to happen.
He's on pace to get sacked 60 times right now. I don't understand how you could be happy with the overall trajectory. That's one thing that I just get tired with Tomlin. Like, it's just nothing is just – this is why they have the issues. Because I really believe these things just don't get addressed. They just do not get addressed.
Nope.
And it shows, You think, well, maybe he's just saying that in the press conference just to kind of, talk his guys up and not lose their confidence. No, I really think he doesn't. It's just not a factor to him. He just doesn't look at these things as being major issues, but everybody else does for some reason. I don't understand it.
It's a quandary. I don't think we're ever going to get the answer to, just because of the fact that it's just time.
Yeah,
it happens to every single organization. It is just time.
Right.
I don't see them poised to go on a run here and win the Super Bowl. They have a very early bye, which is terrible for an older team.
Right.
Right after that Vikings in Ireland, and now you're going to have to go the whole rest of the season.
Right.
I mean,
it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Very early bye. You're four games in the books, and you're having a bye. I mean, that's not good.
It's rough.
And you've got 13. You come back on the bye, and you have 13 straight games. Yeah. So
I mean, and all that's going to happen is as each week goes, and if they lose those games, it's just going to be chaos in the locker room.
Yeah. Tons of football to be played after that bye.
Yeah, and it's going to be a lot of infighting, and
Yeah.
And you look at the Patriots; they have 9 sacks on the season.
Right.
You're going to prevent them? I mean, I just don't think they're favored, but I just don't. I'm not really sure what my prediction is going to be.
Yeah. Tomlin was asked about defensive issue. He acknowledged the defensive line wore down during the game, especially as injuries piled up. He said. He also noted communication issues in the secondary just due to so many new players and being pressed into action. You know what? Again, sounds like you don't have your guys ready to play to me.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry. That's no excuse. You're a professional, dude. I mean,
and this is every one of their dreams, right?
Ricky is watching. Thanks, Ricky. Appreciate it.
Ricky is watching.
Say that again.
I said this is your dream job. So I'll just do our scenario, right? If they called one or both of us to come and do a show and we weren't ready, that's shame on us, right?
Right.
I mean, this is their dream job. This is their dream career, and they cannot be ready for it.
Well, like Chuck Noll said, if I've got to motivate you, then you're in the wrong business.
Exactly.
You're
playing in the National freaking Football League.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening. I'll go further in this. Like Pat Kerwin was talking today and moving the chains. He said, he gets tired of hearing, "Oh, that quarterback's the first one in and the last one out." What about the other guys? So you're saying that the other guys are late coming in and they're early leaving,
right? Exactly.
He said, what kind of team philosophy is that? Like, if you're not all in, then there's the door. Like, you're a professional, for crying out loud.
Right.
Like, you should not have to be there. You should not have to have somebody telling you, "Hey, you have to stay ready and be ready." If you have to have somebody telling you that as a professional football player, you're in the wrong business.
Right. You're in the wrong self-motivation with inside you. That spring should be, overflowing every time inside you, because now you get your chance.
Yeah. You know what? Back in the days of the 49ers heydays, Joe Montana said he used to always try to be the first one in. He said, "I never could." He says, because Ronnie Lott was always in way before me. He'd be getting his workout in way before team meetings. He'd be lifting way before team meetings. We'd have team meetings. We'd have practice. And he says, "You know what? I the reason I do that in the morning, so early in the morning, is because after practice, I'm watching film of practice that day. So that's what a true winner does. You should not have to be babied in the National Football League. I mean, you shouldn't have to be babied.
Right. So. And you look at Brady. Brady was always the first one in.
Right.
That's what Pat Mahomes always the first. That's what the greats do.
Yeah.
They understand the dedication it takes to be that way. If you want to be that way, that's what you have to do.
Right.
And I don't know because we're not there, but man, when those backups come in, it does not look pretty.
No, they don't know what the hell. They're, like you said, the the communications issues. Okay, well that shouldn't be. That shouldn't be. You're not practicing right then if that's the case. I'm sorry, you're not practicing right if that's the case.
Yeah.
Because you don't have those guys ready to play. You don't have the backups ready. You don't have the guys ready to play, period. You can say what you want to say.
And we go back to the same thing. It's just time.
Right.
It's time.
It's that old philosophy. Hey, we can lose without you.
Correct.
Right?
We can do a great job of losing without you.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need you. Like, we can lose without you.
Right.
So
I just that out. You have a better team.
Yeah, I mean, he said that yesterday. I'm just like, you know what? That's on you, pal. That's on you and your coaching staff.
Right.
Sorry, I said it. Offensive philosophy. He was questioned about the team's overall identity. Tom indicated he's not focused on that yet. like what? Like, okay, all right. Just trying to win football games, he said. Okay, well, you know what? At some point in time, Mike, you might want to focus on that so you can win football games. He did confirm the team had considered using the tush push with Rodgers. I tell you what, and they asked, I forget who it was, asked, well, aren't you concerned about Rodgers doing the tush push and his durability? He's a tough guy. I'm not concerned about his durability at all. He's 41 years old, for crying out loud. I don't know.
And he doesn't.
I know he's tough.
Pounds.
Yeah, I know he's tough. Right, exactly. He's not built like Hurts, that's built like a fullback playing quarterback.
Right. Exactly.
So I just what. I tell you what, they're going to get this guy hurt. Period. Point blank. I hate to say it.
Yeah, of course.
Mark my word. Things don't change. He's going to get this guy's going to get hurt. Period. So.
Yeah, it's just honestly to say that you don't have an identity yet. I don't even know what that means. Right?
Unbelievable.
It's the height of just. It's just so silly, and everybody just gobbles it up, and greatest this, greatest that. I mean, come on, really.
Right.
I mean, there's plenty of coaches out there.
Right.
Plenty.
Right.
I just think it's time.
Yeah.
We got to do something different.
All right, let's go real quick. Let's look at the Patriots. What do you think? Drake May. I don't know. I mean, he had a pretty good game against the Dolphins. The Dolphins, I think, is the softest, worst coach team in the league. I mean, they're not mentally tough. They're not physically tough. You can break their will in the first quarter and they're done. It wasn't too hard for Drake May to. However, though, I will say one thing: the Dolphins put 27 up on them against.
They did.
So.
I think they're talented on offense. There's no doubt about that. Hunter Henry, Kayshon Boutte, Stephon Diggs, Ramondre Stevens. They got the new tackle, Will Campbell. I mean, this is a talented team. There's no no slight against them. I mean, their offensive line is stout, and then on defense they can get after it.
Right.
You have Barrymore. You have I forgot they got Harold Landry from.
Yeah.
They got your old guy Robert Spillane.
Yeah.
They have Chason, who's a great kid, Caleb on Chason, and then they're decent in the back end, right? Christian Gonzalez might be a go this week.
And Vrabel's going to have those guys ready to play.
Of course he is.
He does a great job at doing that.
Of course he is.
They're
going to be ready. To go.
Drake May earning his first win week 2. Ran for that score against the Dolphins as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Big kid, he can play. I mean, he's got decent stats. He's mobile. If he was get killed by a mobile quarterback, if I'm the Patriots, I'm running the ball. I'm running the ball. I'm utilizing Hunter Henry, my tight end. Kayshon Boutte, whoever my slot is going to get a lot of balls. Right?
Is Christian Gonzalez going to be ready for that game?
He has a chance to play, is what they said.
Okay, so that's going to rely. I think the Patriots' chances to win are going to rely heavily dependent on that, on him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just, but I think that they can still win. I mean, yeah.
Well, it's a 1.5 point spread right now.
Yeah.
As closer you get the official outs. It'll probably come down to a pick 'em or a 1 point favorite. It's really going to come down. Can they stop the run?
Yeah. Harmon did return to practice. He was limited today in practice, is what I heard. So I don't believe he's going to be playing in this.
Well, here's the deal. Every one of those, if they have a true high ankle sprain, it's 4 to 6 weeks unless you have surgery. It's 4 to 6 weeks period. That I don't care what they said about the kid up in Minnesota, JJ. It's 4 to 6 weeks period, and you saw it with Kenny Pickett. He had the surgery. He was back in 3 weeks. Surgery only gets you a week, right? So if whatever Harmon has, it would be irresponsible of the Steelers to play him until he is 100% healthy.
Yeah, they're saying right now that they got. They're saying Highsmith is rolled out and Loudermilk both rolled out. Yeah. Elliott, Porter, and Harmon are all questionable. So
yeah,
but signed a new linebacker. I know Jawan Bentley.
And then you re-signed DeMarvin Leal.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
The book is out on the Steelers until they're able to stop the run. Every single team is going to run on them.
Yeah,
that's just what they're going to do. And that and I wasn't surprised they were gassed. Hayward didn't practice all summer.
Right.
I mean,
he had that big play that batted ball down in the first half. And that was big, and that Herbig, like I said, ran it down to the 20. That was big. Yeah. He was, I mean, he's not in game shape right now.
And he's lucky they get these lucky plays. He doesn't get that. They're driving the other way again.
I'm going to tell you who else.
Field goal range, I'm
going to tell you who else I thought has been underachieving is Benton.
Oh yeah.
What do you do? Do you move him around? TJ Watt. Do you move him around? I mean, this guy. Hey. I don't know what
heavy price tag comes a heavy responsibility.
Well, right? And I'm just going to say this. People always say about him getting double teamed. Watch the film, folks.
Watch the All-22.
Let me tell you something. There's a big difference between getting chipped and getting double teamed. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. The fact is, it's coming. Why do you think Myles Garrett goes in the middle?
Exactly.
He doesn't get chipped.
Right.
Very hard to double team in the middle. You take the center guard, double team him, somebody's one-on-one.
Right.
And that's what he does. Yeah. I mean, that's why he moves. And he can easily beat with a rip, with an arm rip, You know, he can easily beat those guards. And here it is. He's at 104.5 sacks. TJ's at 108, right? He's going to surpass him if TJ doesn't start getting some sacks. 2 games, 3.5 sacks. The guy's on his way to another Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. All right, let's go around the NFL, Ed. Raiders QB Geno Smith wants to go long, but says deep pass isn't always there.
They don't have the talent to push it deep.
Yeah.
Who's their burner at wide receiver? They don't have one.
I'm going to say this, and I know people disagree with me on that. I'm just Geno Smith to me is an average quarterback. I'm sorry.
Oh,
he's nothing special.
Yeah.
All these people kind of put him on he's the most underrated quarterback in the league. He's just he should be I don't know.
No, I think they're a 2 tight end team, and those tight ends are fabulous.
Yeah.
If they just featured those 2, they're really good.
Yeah.
Brock Genty can run the ball. Man.
Yeah, Brock. Yeah, I mean he's
Baby Gronk and Brock Bowers. I mean, come on, that triangle right there should get you darn near everything.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
their defense is a little suspect, but that should get you everything. I mean, the go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I said the biggest story in the NFL right now is quarterbacks.
Yeah, injuries.
How many are out?
Yeah, I know a lot. We've got a lot of injuries. Jaden Daniels out.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy
out.
Joe Burrow
out.
Who am I missing? JJ McCarthy.
Out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a lot already. It's more than 10% of your starting quarterbacks are out.
Yeah.
Right. And the Steelers are going to face Carson frickin' Wentz in Ireland.
Right.
In Dublin, Ireland.
Right. From making SpongeBob jokes to forcing fumbles, Joey Bosa feels rejuvenated with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
He had a good game the other night. I know that much. They're going to smoke Miami tomorrow night. They're going to beat those Dolphins up. They're going to beat that ass up and down the field, left and right, sideways, diagonal. I mean, you name it. They're just going to kick that ass at Highmark all night.
I don't think it'll be that big because I was talking. Who was I talking to today? I was talking to Dr. McCown today. I think it's going to be.
You're pissed off that I said that, but he must be a Dolphins fan.
No. Dr. McCown said the same thing you did, and I said, I don't think Josh Allen's going to be in there the whole time.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Well, that's another topic for tomorrow night. I'm going to get on my high horse about the Miami Dolphins. So.
we already talked about that.
Yeah. So
actually, what you should do really is buy some capri pants, go back further in your room, and stand up at the speech like Notre Dame with your capris on.
I won't do that. No, if I buy capri pants, I might as well denut myself right away. So, but yeah. So, all right. What is turf toe and why has it sidelined the Bengals? Well, I know he tore ligaments, so that's why he needed surgery. Hey, it ended Jack Lambert's career. So
I had the surgery.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible. My toe's still messed up from then.
Yeah.
We didn't do a prediction for the Steelers.
We didn't. No, we didn't. Let's
because I only interjected because Dr. McCown wanted me to give his score, and his prediction was 21-17 Steelers. That's Dr. McCown.
Yeah, I might go with that. I'm going to go 24-21 Steelers.
I'm just checking the over-under real quick.
I think it's 44 last I checked.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean. I'm gonna say
half. I believe it was.
Yeah, and I was I got the Steelers score almost exact last time. I was 15-11 Steelers. 17. I didn't think the Steelers were going to get 31, but anyway, Steelers Patriots. I'm gonna say the Patriots win, and it's going to be a close game. And I'm going to say it's going to be like a 20-17 game. It'll be a field goal difference.
Listen, do I have confidence in what they can do against the Patriots? No. I mean, I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Hall of Fame quarterback Dan Marino. I just watched a thing about him today. It's pretty awesome. Speaks out against quiet battle with liver disease. From what I understand, he's had this for a while now, right?
Yeah.
Any? Not. I mean, what is it like? Is it
the type? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Just wonder what it's.
Yeah.
what it's from. I have my ideas of what it's from. I know he had some issues with painkillers and stuff like that. So I don't know. Justin Herbert suffocating defense boosts Chargers past Raiders. That was a good game. I stayed up and watched that game.
He looks just different. He just looks different. He throws such a beautiful ball, and we talked about that in our meetings at work too. Because in my top 5, it's Warren Moon's up there, Jeff George is up there,
right?
Herbert's up there. I mean, they can just throw beautiful passes.
Randall Cunningham, I threw a beautiful ball too.
So, he still throws a really nice ball. Joe Flacco, who you said could still be on the Steelers now.
Right, I agree. I said that when Ben retired. I said they need to go out and get Flacco. Oh, you're crazy. You can't play. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
he's won more playoff games than the Steelers have.
Yeah, right. I tell you what, I think the Chargers are going to win that division. I think that the Chiefs are 0-2. I still have faith they're going to make the playoffs. I think the Chargers win that division this year. So
yeah, Denver hasn't looked that great yet, but it's
small sample size. I agree.
And that kid, he doesn't. Obviously, if he makes the field goal, it's a whole different story.
Right, exactly.
So.
Baker Mayfield, Rashard White rally past Bucks 20-19 win over Texans. I tell you what, Baker Mayfield he's just that dude. He's like an old school quarterback.
Yes,
he's tough.
Yeah,
he doesn't give up. Like the guy is just
doesn't give a.
Doesn't. He's not. He's just a tough son of a bitch that just plays quarterback and gets the job done week in and week out. I mean, he
really does. He's just And you can tell that all the players love him because he puts his body on the line every week.
Yeah. Bengals coach Zach Taylor has trust in backup Jake Browning as team begins tough stretch. You know what? Browning's not bad. He's not a bad. I'd have faith in him too. I think he's going to be. I think they're going to be fine with him. I really do.
I mean, I would have ultimate faith in him if their defense was better.
Well, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
If Cleveland could combine. And take that Cleveland offense with the Cincinnati offense with the Cleveland defense, man. Super Bowl winner, but of course they can't. But if their defense was better in Cincinnati, I would definitely have faith. I don't think he's going to mess it up. I mean, they have too many weapons for him to mess it up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we'll see. I mean, Burrow could be back by December, they said. There is a chance. They said he could be back around they said mid-December to Christmas time that he could be back. So
I mean, let's face it, he's going to be on the bike immediately. He's not going to lose any. The thing is, it's just a brutally slow therapy.
Right.
Yeah. He's going to do the tub. He's going to do the.
I mean, I just had hip surgery, and it's I'm almost 4 weeks removed, and it's there's going to be I'm still like 8 weeks from until I'm back to normal. So. So I mean, it's just that's how it's going to be. But I mean, he's and I'm 45, and he's what 28, 29. So all right, let's get into the Pirates. Swept by the Cubs. That's the Pirates we know. I mean, what are you? 8-4 win today.
They will not have a better record than they did last year, unless they
correct. And Cubs clinched the playoff. They were celebrating in the locker room today. Home schedule. Ed is going to conclude soon. They have an off day tomorrow before starting their final home series against Oakland Athletics on Friday. And then that's it for home games. You know what? I'm going to say this. I think they need to move on from Ben Cherington. I don't think they will, but I think they need to move on from this guy. He's had plenty of time. 6 years has been plenty of time for him. You do have some promising guys. You have that Connor, down in AAA, doing pretty good. You got a couple other guys that are down there. I don't know. What do you think? You think they're going to bring Cherington back? They shouldn't.
I don't know. I mean, what did they? I don't know. Where did they go?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this. Yeah. Where do they go exactly? Where do they go? I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. All right, Penguins reported today. Starts first day of training camp is tomorrow, so they'll be on the ice tomorrow for the first full day of training camp. Marc-Andre Fleury returns for a cameo. Is there at camp doing a professional tryout contract. He's gonna practice with the team before playing in a part of preseason game on September 27th. So, and this is it. The new head coach era begins. This is the first camp under new coach Dan Muse, replacing the long tenured Mike Sullivan. So
he's going to get all his kids ready to go. Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, yeah, no,
he's good with the kids, Billy. He's good.
Yeah, he's good with the youth. He's coaching coaching the oldest team in the NHL, but he's good with the youth. That's what that was their justification for hiring this guy. So, All right, let's talk backyard brawl. West Virginia pulled off dramatic 31-24 overtime win against Pitt. Nico Marshall, man, that guy, late comeback, running back Ty Edwards, that had that game-winning touchdown, put the nail in the coffin. Pitt had taken that 24-14 lead in the fourth quarter, but West Virginia, I mean, they rallied back. They scored that 10 points in the final minutes of regulation, and including that game-tying touchdown with 11 seconds left. Punched
I thought it was over. I really did.
You thought it was over?
And we again, you could actually put a soapbox up for this. I don't understand the reasoning for prevent defense. I don't get it. You're dominating a team the whole time. All of a sudden, you think everything's going to fall apart. Why give up yardage? Why play the same way you've been playing? I guarantee you, there's been far less dramatic wins from playing a normal defense than there has a prevent defense. I'm pretty sure that limb I'm going on can hold my big fat ass, right? Because I don't understand it. Stay in your defense. Why? It makes no sense. Every team does it. Now they've moved into the prevent a win offense. Right. Where they do these sad plays and completely, just there's no energy in these plays. I don't get it. I mean, what do you think about the prevent defense? It doesn't work. It's been proven it does.
No, not anymore. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Too often than
not, it's
30 yards back and the whole middle's wide open. And they
I'll just say the whole middle's wide open, and they're just going underneath the whole time.
Because they're asking your linebackers to do something they're not used to. They have to go beyond their normal drops.
Right.
It's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb. You give up. It's designed to try to not give up the big play, but it don't break. But you're giving it up underneath for 16, 20 yards is just as bad. So I agree with that. But 10 points, like I said, in the final. Edwards punched that in that winning score. I tell you what,
it was all over after that.
What do you think about I thought at the beginning of that game, I thought Holstein was a little bit he needed to settle down a little bit.
He did. He absolutely did. But they were kind of playing bully ball there in the beginning, Billy.
Yeah.
They bowed up and they really West Virginia couldn't do anything.
Right.
And then I don't know what happened. And then they come back and then, West Virginia, to their fault too. They came out in the third quarter and played prevent a win offense. They really did. Right. Started bringing those other quarterbacks in, and that's when Pitt came back. I know pregame he said he wanted to play 5, but it's the backyard friggin' brawl. When you're up, you just win the game.
Right.
The next time when you play, Holy Mary, Mother of God, ecclesiastical school, right? That's when you try that stuff. Not when you're playing in the backyard freaking brawl. But still, Pitt should have won. Come on, Narduzzi. For the love of God.
Yeah. Ty Edwards rushed for 3 touchdowns. Marshall was 19-25 for 192 yards and a touchdown. West Virginia sacked Holstein 6 times. Plus, they had the 1 interception. That helped to fuel that comeback.
Yeah, that alone should have somebody looking at him to get him replaced. But again, who are you going to replace him? If Pitt had any stones, right, they'd go get like a John Gruden, somebody who wants to come back into football that's on the edge. It's just.
I think he's going to go to Florida.
Well, that or Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
I mean, truly.
Yeah.
I mean that's what I would think.
But yeah, Marshall, he connected with tight end Grayson Barnes, that 2-yard touchdown, 11 seconds, and that was forcing that overtime. You know, and then the final possession, right? Pitt had that 4th and 20, and wasn't able to convert.
No. I mean, give me a break, really. Come on, Narduzzi. You're better than that. 24-14 in the fourth quarter should be a win 99% of the time.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, agreed. You shouldn't give up 10 points in the final minutes.
No.
You should not do that.
No.
I mean, that's systemic failure.
Yeah.
Is what that is.
And it's just a hesitation to finally finish a team off. You let the teams hang around, they're going to win.
Yeah.
You know, if you continue with your foot on the gas, you're going to win the game. You really are.
Right. Yep.
So,
all right. Let's real quick. It's a wrap sports. Let's get into what shows we got coming up. So, as always, we got the wraparound with Pat Bernard. That's Friday at 10:30 p.m. Right here. You got Wednesday. Actually, that was tonight. It was props, locks, and parlays.
Yeah.
Mike Lauro. You got the attacking third. That is Thursday at 9 p.m. with Pat Bernard and Steve Fuentes. You got the final word with Matty B. Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern. You got this too. This is a good one. Happy Valley Huddle, Penn State football postgame.
Boo.
So you got the Birds Blast Thursday at 7.
His name's not Quinn. That's not possible.
You've got Pat Bernard and Michael Sundays at 9 a.m. So, but yeah, and then you got us Steel City Sunday, 10 a.m. We're going to be at North Park Lounge. We've got Paul Zeiss joining us at 10. We've got a guy from a radio guy from the New England Patriots going to be joining us as well. We'll have Beating the Bookies going to be there joining us, I think, again. We'll have Mike Osty, Zig Fracosty, and just announcing our newest member of the postgame show. We've got Jerry DePaula is going to be joining us in the postgame show. So it's going to be me, John Phillips, and Jerry DePaula breaking it down in the postgame. So great stuff. We're very happy to be able to do this. It's been really, really good. We've been really taking off with it, and it's been awesome. So awesome stuff. But yeah, so that's what we got coming up this week. Like I said, we're happy to be here. I know we've moved everything over here to It's a Wrap, and it's going good. We forgot the Riverhounds. I know Louisville. We were down there. We wrote the article. You took the pictures. 2-0 losers to Louisville. Not a very good game, and
they had their opportunities. The Riverhounds continue to be a 2-touch team in a 1-touch game. If I were them, if I were the coach, flood the box. Nothing bad can happen from flooding the box and putting every shot on frame. Nothing bad can happen.
Right, and he has said that. Like he's but it's just these guys aren't obviously it's not resonating with these guys because they're not doing it for some reason. So
right, and it's just a hesitancy. They actually need to be doing it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Looking ahead. We've got they're going against Hartford 7 p.m. Trinity Health Stadium. So Hartford's a tough team. Hartford's a tough team, 10-9-5. Riverhounds 8-9-7. So you got to do something. You got to win. You got to win. I mean, a draw would be okay. You don't want to lose that, but gets pretty tough here. What do you think? Do you see them making the playoffs? I mean, honestly,
luckily they can knock out teams below them by playing them. So, I mean, head-to-head, they have to beat these teams because, it's almost like you win, it's a 6-point swing, basically. right?
Well, they dug themselves a hole, and now they really have to go
Too
on
many
a tear
draws,
here.
Billy. We've talked
Yeah.
about this all
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Too many draws. Way too
Yeah.
many draws.
Hey,
You take half of those draws, you make them wins. You know,
that's plagued my English Premier League club Arsenal for how many years? Too many draws at the end.
yeah, you're right.
You know,
Same
so
thing.
we've said
Got
it
to push it
before,
over the
but
edge.
yeah,
I give him a better than 50-50 shot of getting in the playoffs.
yeah, I give them like a 60% shot of getting in. I think they're gonna get in. I think they're gonna get it done.
Now, when they get in, can they relax and make some noise? Maybe they got one of the best keepers.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they can fly under the radar.
Yeah, maybe they can get up. They got upset as a first seed. Maybe they can get in there and upset some people.
Right? Agreed.
So it's a one game shot. It's not home and away.
Right.
So.
All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Same time, same station. Join us tomorrow night here for Gridiron Weekly. We're going to have Gridiron Weekly over as well. We have John Rustino, obviously, our other co-host, going to be joining us on that. We have a lot to talk about. College, NFL. You're going to want to tune into that. We do our pick'ems. Yep. We'll be doing that tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We're going to move. I think we're going to be at 8 p.m. for a while here. So, because that's the open time slot right now where we're at. So, but join us on that. Like I said, we got a litany of shows coming up. We got the Still City Sunday coming up, pre and post game show. Tune in for that. And thanks a lot. We'll be talking to you next week.